Hello, and welcome to the parent side of Edgenuity. If you go to edgenuity.com and select the login button from the top of the screen, you can then click Family Login from the login menu. If you are a returning parent, you'll need to enter your email address and password that you've previously used and hit login. If you forgot your password, use the Forgot Password link. If this is your first time accessing the family login, you'll need an activation code. Message your student's teacher to request an activation code, and once you have it, click Activate Account at the bottom of the screen. Then, follow the instructions to set up your account. Once logged in, you can see a brief snapshot of your student's activity, when they last logged in, how much time they spent this week, and how many activities they have done. For a more detailed report, click on the attendance log. The attendance log defaults to the previous 2 weeks of school, but you can toggle those dates by using the calendar at the top and clicking Submit. The attendance log shows you the total week's activity as far as time and activities completed. Then it breaks it down day by day. You can also see what class the student was working in, the actual times they were working, and then the overall time that they spent. Be on the lookout for idle time as well, because idle time means that your student was logged into the system but was not actively working in a course. Some idle time is fine, but we start to worry when it gets really high. You can also access your student's progress report. To toggle between classes, click the drop-down menu at the top and then click Update. At the top, you will see Course Completed. This is how much of the class your student has currently done, and you can compare it with the target completion, which is where your student is supposed to be by the end of that day. It is also color-coded for you. Red is behind, blue is on target, and green is ahead. This bar represents where your student should be, and the filled-in squares represent where they are. Beneath that, you'll see the overall grade. The overall grade is the average of all the students' assignments averaged all together. It is a quality of work grade. We always like to see the overall grade at above 60%, because if it is below 60%, it means the student is turning in failing quality work and will still fail the class if they get to the end of it. If you ever see this bar red, it means your student's overall grade is lower than a 60%, and they need to message their teacher to discuss options for how they can improve their grade. Down below, you will see the different categories in the class, as well as the weight of those categories. We always want the students' scores, the average scores in their classes, to be 60% or higher in each of these categories. If they have one that's extremely low, have them message their teacher to discuss options about how to improve that category. On the side, you'll see actual and relative grade. Let me discuss those in detail. Remember, the overall grade is the quality of work grade. We always want that one to be over 60%. The actual grade is a paced grade. It takes into consideration where the student should be in relation to where they are. If this student were on track, their actual grade would match their overall grade, and they would have a 93. But because of all these missing assignments in this area, their actual grade is being dragged down. Relative grade is also a very important grade that we look at the end of the semester. The relative grade is their walkaway grade. This is the grade the student will receive if they decide to push in their chair and say, I'm doing no more work in this class. We need relative grade to be a 60% or higher in order for a student to pass at the end of the semester.